Now, why don't y'all just step right aboard here aboard this regular reaction ferry cable car here where we are in Big Bar, British Columbia. This is the most remote ferry crossing on planet Earth, I think, and I'm going to operate this cable car. All you have to do is detach that hook and I go flying off there across the river. And don't you wish you were here with me?
If you have the good luck to stay at fabulous Echo Valley Ranch in the BC interior, take a day's excursion with owner Norm Dove to see the equally fabulous Fraser River Canyon. Catch a shot of the Rocky Mountain sheep that inhabit this scenic region. But for sure, you want to check out their very remote Big Bar Ferry Crossing because there's nothing like it.
All right, anybody in the mood for a little dip, little brisk dip in the Fraser River here? These aren't exactly icebergs, these are ice patches floating by. At the slowest time of the year, evidently the current gets up to 16 knots in the spring runoff. But in the spring, they don't have this wonderful scene of ice patches floating by.
Now, this may be the most remote ferry in all of BC. In the summer, you may see as many as 20 cars a day crossing the mighty Fraser, but in winter, that drops down to 2 or 3 people, and the ferry itself is beached. You need to take the very scary cable car. Ask Chico, the ferryman, to run it for you.
2 or 3 a week?
Yep, 2 or 3 a week. Somebody always has to go into town for something. Yeah, but then if they're lots of times the ranchers on this side will go and help the ranchers on that side. So it'll be back and forth, back and forth.
This is the most remote ferry crossing in all of British Columbia. It is a reaction ferry, and it takes 2 cars at a time, except right now is winter time. As you can see from the icebergs floating by, you have to ride across here in a cable car. So we're inside the actual cable car right now. No operator here. He's down in the ferry building. We're daft enough to be in here by ourselves, and hopefully that this thing does not unhook itself and start hurtling across the river. You got a little motor here that you got to fire up, so otherwise I think you get stuck in the middle of the river and then you're doomed. So you got to turn the motor on and whip across here. And we're sort of swinging back and forth right now because we've got a couple people on here, and it's making me very nervous. I hope the ferryman doesn't see us in here.
I can unhook it and give you guys.
Don't unhook it! No,
okay.
Do not unhook the cable car.
Right.
It's dangerous enough being in here as is. But this has got to be the most unusual ferry crossing in all of British Columbia. I feel like I'm in the Swiss Alps or something.
So, Norm decides to take a crack at the throttle, and there's great temptation to unhook the car, but freezing winter temperatures stop the proceedings.
Yes! Come on, squeeze!
Norm!
No, come on, squeeze it! Yes! Yes! Yes!
For more information on the Big Bar Ferry and Echo Valley Ranch, log on to evranch.com. Enjoy.